The authoritarian mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has had another challenging session in City Hall as he was confronted over the cost and use of his Ulez cameras. Okay, another quick update on Sadiq Khan's net zero and the ultra low emission zones, because there are, at least thank God, we have a number of very sound and pro-freedom assembly members in the City Hall right now. Not everybody is on the side of Sadiq Khan. The opposition is growing and we are winning the fight, guys. The court case against Sadiq Khan's Ulez is in July. And I'm quite optimistic that hopefully it will go the right way as long as we have a good impartial judge. This video I'm about to show you is from another session in City Hall where Peter Fortune, who's I believe the deputy of the City Hall, the GLA Conservatives, and a good friend of mine. He's very sound. He's actually going to come on the channel very soon to talk about all this stuff and his fight against Sadiq Khan. He decided to confront Sadiq Khan on the Ulez cameras. We've talked about Ulez cameras on this channel. It was already exposed that Sadiq Khan apparently bought them, used taxpayers' money to buy them before the policy was even implemented, before the policy was even going through the consultation period. He spent taxpayers' money on them, and now obviously people are kicking off and fighting back against his cameras. So it's about the misusing of taxpayers' money. Let's go to City Hall.
But one of the elements of that, JR, was this principle of predetermination, that this was always going to happen, and the consultation was a farce. And those consultation responses that were removed or not counted, it was always going to be the way that it was going to land in the direction that the mayor wanted it. So the cameras that are going to be used for this camera extension for this new tax, when were they procured?
Chair, this was a question asked a couple of days ago, and I've asked TfL to respond to the Budget and Performance Committee.
Would you be surprised if they were procured before the decision was taken?
Answer the question.
I'd be surprised if they weren't. I mean, because cameras you can use for all across London, they're not unique to London. So
Come on, even no. Says it all.
So how early do you think would be reasonable for them to be procured? Before the consultation started?
Chair, I simply don't know, but I've asked TfL to respond to the Budget and Performance Committee, and I'm sure they will in due course.
So remind me when the consultation started. What was the month that it started?
Answer.
I think in summer, but I can check the month it was started.
July. So if the cameras were procured before July, before the consultation started, that would suggest that the plan was always to roll this out, no matter what the response from the consultation was.
You forgot him by the short and curly.
We're talking hypotheticals here.
We're not talking about when were the cameras procured, and of course I know when they were procured.
So,
yeah, good man.
So, I was
Give a
asked
wave, you curmudgeon. Hang on.
You happy?
He's good. Peter Fortune's good.
I was asked a couple of days ago to ask TfL to give the information. I've asked TfL to provide the information.
I think you'll find it's probably around April.
Ooh.
I think you'll find they've probably been sitting in a shed since about April-ish. But I'll wait for your official answer, and then I know the public will reflect on that purchase of the cameras.
Absolutely well done, Peter Fortune. This is how you hold Sadiq Khan to account. He was just completely baffled. He was like, oh, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to go with my usual Sadiq Khan response, which is rudeness and being mean and refusing to answer simple questions. I love how at one point he said, well, yeah, of course we should have bought them before even the consultation started. He thought if he doubles down and owns it, everyone's going to be like, oh, very, very sound and robust politician. And then he said, oh, well, we could use cameras for other things. We're going to use it for in people's bedrooms. It's so bad. All right, anyway, it's important to report these sort of news stories because, again, I think it's these sort of conversations, especially debates happening inside City Hall chamber or the Welsh Assembly or the Scottish Parliament or in Northern Ireland when they get the act together. These sort of things you don't really see on BBC or Sky or any other channel. I think it's important for the sake of democracy and transparency for this channel, channels like mine, to make it easier and accessible for people to find out what's going on throughout the day in their own country. Because that's why I created a hub So I could report and broadcast all the news stories that we find out, whether it's already in national media or local media or regional stuff, because it is important for us to be aware of what's happening all around us. We cannot allow ourselves to become sheep again by following the narrative of the mainstream establishment. We are awake, as they say. We are woke. Anyway, thank you so much for watching and all the support. I'm Mahyar Tousi, and we are the media.